Hi, it's Tyler Kettle, and this is another reading of In Space, Don't Get Here Clean. So we just have a little rewrite of my opener, and let's get to it. May 25th, 2035. I should start by telling you who I am. That would be the normal human thing to do, right? My name is Matt, and I'm the janitor on the CSS Douglas spaceship. And we're currently a few weeks into a 10-month journey. You must be wondering, what is a janitor doing on a spaceship? Rather, what is a 30-year-old film school dropout, borderline alcoholic slash addict janitor with a questionable mental state doing on a spaceship? Did I sneak aboard? No, definitely not. Don't worry. All will be revealed. Although, I wonder, who are you? You should be someone familiar, not some weird alien with a human fetish or a human with an alien fetish. I'll call you Andrew because I once knew an Andrew. We sat next to each other in English. He used to share his pencils with me. Sometimes we talked about South Park at lunch. I liked him. He was nice to me. We haven't talked in years. What sort of life do you have now, Andrew? I bet you live in a nice house with air conditioning, a bright green lawn, and marble countertops. The type you see in home TV shows. And you're married to a kind wife or husband who knows exactly the right thing to say to you, calm you down, as you do for them. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you don't, and that's okay too. Perhaps there is a Starbucks next to your place where their prices are low and they always spell your name right. God, your life sounds perfect. Okay, we can't avoid this anymore. I have to show you my messy life in space. I hope none of this imperfection bleeds into your paradise. This morning I woke up strapped to the wall of my tight 10 by 10 room, except for my violin, the small cubbies filled with clothes and supplies, and the small TV. There's not so much else in the prison like room. Not that I would know what a prison cell looks like, Andrew. I heard the distant ship's motor vibrating from the metal wall. God, it took a few sleepless nights to get used to that sound. I thought about going back to sleep as I've been having this lovely dream about Roxanne, my girlfriend. Well, I hope she is still my girlfriend. I remembered quick glances of the dream. We were dancing in a rich ballroom where chandeliers hung from the ceiling and wide windows looked out into, well, I don't know if it was the ceiling or the countryside. Other people danced around us dressed in various suits and dresses, but my eyes were only for Roxanne. She had on a long purple dress, her blonde hair was curled, she had bright red lipstick on. I think I was dressed in a suit, but I don't quite remember. I could have been naked. As I closed my eyes again, I realized that dreams don't work like that. You don't get to enter, exit, and re enter them like a train. Dreams are beholden to no one. They are like cats. They come and go as they please. Knowing this, I still wanted to go back to sleep. Why? To be honest, I didn't want to deal with the day. I wanted to hide from it in the comfortable emptiness of sleep. So I slowly started to fall asleep, only to yank myself back from the edge of consciousness and open my eyes. What was the point? The day was still going to be waiting with an array of dickheads, stress, and general shittiness. Space fucking sucks. What? Did you think that space is awesome? Did you watch Star Wars too many times and Alien not enough times? Let me show you why it fucking sucks. Slowly, I unstrapped myself and floated out of the binds. Feeling groggy, I slowly drifted towards the door and left the room. Entering a long, quiet hallway, I saw exposed wires running along the roof and a few fire extinguishers hanging on the walls. The floor was made up of metal panels drilled together. On the other side of the hallway, there were long, wide windows. I floated up to one of the windows and stared out into the pure darkness of space. There were two portals, or rips, as the crew calls them, in the distance. Yesterday there was one. You must not know about these rips in your perfect little ripless world. They showed up a year ago, and they are the whole reason we're up here. Actually, we can get to that later. Best not to depress you too soon. As I floated there, I wish that there was something else to look at. Maybe a shooting star, a black hole, a white hole? Okay, maybe not the last two. That would be bad. Suddenly, an asteroid moved past, only a few feet from the glass. Instantly, I quickly backed away and slammed into the wall. Behind me, as I watched the asteroid move past, my breath quickened. Sweat drops floated off my forehead. Desperately, I tried to remember what to do, and then I realized that I had nothing and got mad at myself for not paying attention in space class. especially during the what to do in an emergency portion. Thought I was about to die. Desperately, I thought about Roxanne, my family, and all the TV shows I'm never going to see the end of. Then the asteroid drifted away and back out into space. Sense of relief took away a little of my anxiety, just a little though. So I took deep breaths in and out. I thought about Seinfeld, Roxanne, again, waterfalls and Studio Ghibli movies, not the sad ones, of course. Slowly, I managed to regain some sense of calm and floated away from the wall. Looked down both ends of the hall are cold, and no one else has their quarters here. I'm the only one stuck here. Is that because this side is more susceptible to asteroids? And it's the farthest from the escape pod? If so, that's like sticking someone to the bottom of a ship. If the captain hits an iceberg, guess who's not making it out? What an asshole thing to do to someone. As my heart reached a normal heart rate, I headed down the hallway. Second by second, the asteroid slowly drifted to the outer fringes of my mind, then my stomach, and I felt an urge for a breakfast burrito. At that moment, I found it strange that I wanted to eat a burrito, or anything at all. Aren't normal people supposed to not be hungry after almost dying? I think you and I both know that I'm not normal people. Floated farther down the hallway, entered the tight dining area. A small room with no door had a huge cabinet with drawers of food. I called it the wall of cuisine. Smaller drink machine stocked only a coffee, water, and juice was in the corner, along with the food warmer. Think of really strong microwave. A clock hung next to the food warmer. In retrospect, calling this place dining area might not be right. It's more of a eat and get out room. I floated to the wall cuisine and picked my way up it, searching for the Rio drawer. The wall cuisine held various kinds of space-friendly foods, everything from oatmeal to pizza, all freeze-dried for your displeasure. Yeah, I don't think space food will ever win a Michelin star. I found the breakfast burritos near the top and took one of them out. As I floated down to the food warmer, I tore the plastic off the frozen burrito and tossed it away. I reminded myself to get it later. Opening the door of the food warmer, I shoved the burrito inside and set the machine for a few minutes. Moving through the motions, I floated over to the coffee machine and grabbed one of the coffee bottles fixed to it. Actually, it was more like a flask with a long straw running from it. Perfect for space. Hooked the flask up to the nozzle of the machine and hit coffee on the appliance's screen. The flask filled up quickly. Saw that the food warmer was still going, so I softly floated up to the ceiling, drinking the reasonably okay coffee. It wasn't the best, but it was better than Tim Hortons. A beep announced that my breakfast was ready, and I quickly grabbed it. My breakfast in hand, I ate my burrito and drank my coffee as I was floating there, trying to get my body more used to this lackluster food. Before I left, some astronauts warned me that the food was going to be different. I didn't really pay them much attention as I was more worried about dying. But now I see what they meant as I bit into a subpar burrito and drank this lukewarm, watery coffee. Food doesn't just suck, it tastes dull, like someone had taken all the flavor out of it. Starting to see why space sucks. But I still try to enjoy the food, to find something in it to like, because I desperately needed something I like about this place. Yeah, Marcus seems cool, I guess, and you're cool, Andrew, with your fancy house, your perfect Starbucks, and your amazing life. However, are you and Marcus even enough? Maybe the problem is I don't want to be here. Why did I have to? No, no, not yet. Not that. When I'm back to the entrance, I didn't see Jessica, the co-pilot, enter the dining area. What are you doing? Jessica yelled at me, causing me to turn around and see her hands on her hips. Her long orange hair floated around her as she glared at me with her wide, unblinking blue eyes. A few years older than me, I thought she and I would be the most likely to get along. It was day two before I was proven wrong about that. What do you mean? I answered back, a little angry how she was talking to me. It's time for the morning meeting. Come on. Jessica exited the room and I went after her. Today is off to a great start.